Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. I believe you guys are having a nice time. In today's tutorial, I'll be taking you guys through the process of making this senator neck that has no piping. It's basically a very simple design. You're going to love it. This is the trending neck right now. You don't have to put a pipe on your neck. You're going to have it look as smooth as this. You can see what it's looking like. And if you want to place your plaquette, all you have to do is just to do the plaquette at that place. It's actually very nice. You're going to love it. So I'm going to take you guys through the process of the video. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get straight into the tutorial without further ado. Wait, actually chill. If you look at the M right here, you can see that it's not like the normal one that we usually do. This is actually like key into the neck. You're not going to see any joining on that place at all. So let's get into the tutorial. So I believe you already cut out your senator. Just in case you don't know how to cut a senator, I already did several videos on how to do that. So check above or check in the video gallery. If you are in the advanced class, you're going to see the video of how to do that also. So this is the fabric I'll be using. So first and foremost, I'm going to cut my back yoke. This is the back the turn-up that I'll be using for the back. So right here, just balance this and place your back on top of it. You can see, make sure it's relaxed very well. You can see that. So depending on how wide you want it to be, you can do a full frame or you can do a half frame. Here I'll be doing a half frame, right? I'll be doing a half frame. So on the shoulder area, I'll be having like 2.5 extension, and on the down area, I'll be having 5 inches extension. And on the edge, I'm going to do a curve, or you can do a straight. But here I'll be doing a curve, so I'm going to eventually weave the edges round. So let me cut out the shape. You know, if I'm using a normal piping, I used to call this a shadow facing, right? That is going to carry my label. But here it's also a shadow facing, and at the same time, it's going to be used as the turn up, right? So here I'm just going to simply trim this out. You can see that. I'm also going to cut this part. So after cutting, if I lift this up, you can leave it here like this and just cut that part out, or you can do a simple curve. You know, whatever you like, you can do. So here I'm just going to leave it like this because I want it to carry my the label, right? I want to carry the label for the brand. So this is what you're going to be having. The front panel is going to be a curve shape. Okay, that's the one that's going to come in curve shape. You can see that. So the front also, you're going to cut exactly the same thing. You're going to cut exactly the same thing. So this one is going to come in curve. You can see. So all you have to do is just to fold your fabric again. Fold your fabric. You can see that. And basically place this on top of here. You can see. So here, depending on how you want the depth to also be, the depth can be as small as 2 inches. It can be as wide as 5 inches. It can be as wide as you want. But here, I will just be using like around 7 inches. I think that's okay for me because I want it to be able to like balance my plaquette very well. You can see what I have here. Just make sure it is balanced. Take your time. Take your time to make sure it's balanced. You see that? So now all I'm going to do is just to curve out the neck part. You can see. So after cutting the neck part, I'm just going to lift it up like this. You can see here. And I'm just going to make a curve shape just like this. You can see what I have. So this is what my front turn up is going to look like. You can see that. So I need you guys to pay attention very well here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is basically simple. Before doing the turn up, before doing the stitching, I'm going to weave this one first. I'm going to weave this one, which is the front panel, and the other one for the turn up for the back, I'm going to simply fold it like a normal shadow facing, right? I'm going to fold it. Just the side and also this side, I'm going to fold it. So let me fold it and show you guys the final result. So you can see what I have here. I already fold that side, you see, and here also I already weave the edges. You can see I already weave the edge. So after that is done, the next thing I'm going to do now, so you guys need to pay attention at this place. This is the most important part, very important. This is the wrong side of the fabric, right? I'm going to mark it, and also this is the wrong side of this fabric here. I'm also going to mark it. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is here on the back panel, right? This is the wrong side, don't forget. On the back panel, this is my main back panel. I'm going to place my interface. I'm going to place my my turn up, right? I'll be calling this turn up instead of sorry, I make a mistake here. So here, this is the one for the back. So all I'm going to do now is to basically stitch that neck area round. You can see that I'm going to stitch it round. Make sure the right side is facing the right side here. So I'm going to stitch it round so I can turn it inside. You can see. And also here, which is the front, make sure you're working with the right side also. This is the right side and this is the wrong side in which I chalked. So right side of the fabric and the right side of the border is going to face one another, and I'm going to also stitch the neck round. So here, after stitching the back, this is what I'm going to be having. So the first thing you're going to do is to notch that neck round first. You're going to notch it all round. And also this one also, you're going to notch it all round the front. So now you have to pay attention here. It is very important, as I said again. Make sure you notch it. So here, your back and your front. Make sure the right side is the right side of the fabric, and this is the right side of this one also. They are going to face one another. So make sure the right side is facing the right side and the wrong side is facing up. You can see, just like this. So now your shoulder and the shoulder of the shadow facing, which is the turn up fabric that we cut, the flower one, they're going to face one another, and you will make sure the edge, the joining edge, that particular edge is actually very, very firm to one another. They're like in exact proportion to facing one another, like very, very in accord. So you're going to do an opening here of the joining. You're going to open it, and also this back side, you're going to open it. You can see that. You're going to open it also. See that? See that? Just take your time. You don't have to rush at this area. Just take your time. So after opening it, all you have to do is basically simple. You're going to run a stitch all the way from here, all the way from the from the facing like this, all the way down throughout your shoulder. You're going to stitch exactly our allowance, which is 0.5, half of an inch. You're going to stitch it all down, and you're going to do the same thing on the other shoulder too. So this is what I will be having here, and also the second shoulder, this is exactly what I will be having. So our neck is in the middle. You can see that. So if I open this up into two, if I open it up into two like this, this is what our neck hole is going to look like. You see that? But first, all I have to do now is to basically iron the center part. This shoulder area, open it up and give it a good iron, and make sure it is as balanced and as relaxed as possible. That's very, very important. As balanced and as relaxed as possible. See that? Use your cooler to just make it relax very well. You can see. You can see what that is looking like. So now if I turn this part up, make sure you notch the inside very, very well. Make sure you notch the inside very well so that you're going to have it relaxed. So here, just push this inside just in case you haven't notched it, because I have also not notched. Even though I keep telling you guys to notch, I have not notched. So I'm going to notch now. It's very simple, just like this. You can see that. Just make a notch just like this. Just like this. Just notch it. Make sure you're not cutting up to the thread. It doesn't have to reach the thread. Just like this. You can see. Just like this. You're going to do the front also. So after that is done, I'm going to iron the second side. You can see. Just open it up like this and give it a thorough ironing. You can see that. Give it a good ironing. See that? Make sure it's balanced. So after that is done, right? After that is done, the next thing you're going to do now is this is the most important part also. Every part is actually important. I keep saying this is the most, every part is every step by step is as important as possible. So now all you have to do is just to turn your neck and make sure the black fabric is not showing at the front at all. You have to push the main fabric inside a little bit, right? Just like this. You can see you're going to fold this edge just like this. You're going to give it a good ironing. You can see. And also the back, you're going to give it a good ironing. You can see what I'm doing here. And make sure you keep pressing it with your wood presser. You can see that. So here also, I'm going to iron this side as well. You can see that. See that. Take your time, make sure it is as balanced as possible. See what I'm doing. You don't have to rush yourself. Life is not that difficult, actually. All right, so here I'm going to turn it to the back also. And all you have to do is exactly the same thing. Take your time to give it that balancing. It has to be as balanced as possible. Make sure you fold that area. See what I'm doing? You can see that. You can see that. See what I'm doing? See how balanced that neck area is looking. So after that is done, the next thing you're going to do now is to basically use your Emi gum to hold that back down. You're going to put an Emi gum on that area. On that back, you can actually do a stitch depending on how you want it, but you can just use an Emi gum. It's actually better to use a stitch on the back area. It is actually better to use a stitch. Before I'll be putting my label, but in the front, all you'll be using is your Emi gum instead. You're going to use an Emi gum in the front. So let me show you guys the final result after doing the gumming parts. So this is what you're going to be having. You can see what I have here. This after I already add the gum to the frontal and the back panel also. So you see how smooth and how the back area actually, you can see what all of it look like. If you like the video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And all you have to do is just to basically add your label, and your neck is as simple as that. So that's about it on this video. This is our final result. You can see what we are having. It's as smooth as possible and it's as straight as possible. That's all about it. Just in case you want to see more video, a link will be in the description below. And also the video you're seeing on the screen right now, I unpicked those videos for you. You should watch it next. It's going to help you in most of the things you're doing as a fashion designer. And you can look under this video. There are other videos that are already uploaded on how to do several things and how to get better as a fashion designer. See you on another video. Peace. Bless you.